Hello, my dear students and viewers. Welcome to my channel, Scorpio class. If you are looking for class 10 second language English lessons, explanation, and notes, then you're on the right platform and watching the right video. As in this video, we are going to discuss class 10 second language English chapter Dr. B.R. Ambedkar lessons, question and answers. This video is going to provide you all the question answers from this chapter and it's going to be very informative and helpful for you all. So stay tuned till end and do not miss any part of it. And my dear viewers, if you also want the explanation or summary of this chapter, you can visit the link or which is given in the I button above and you can watch the entire summary explanation of this chapter. And if you also want all the lessons notes of social subject of class 10, then you can visit the description box and find the playlist link where you will find all the videos with all lessons notes over there. Again, the link will also be shared in the I button above. So now let's get started. But before starting the chapter, if you are new to my channel and watching my video for the first time, do subscribe my channel and hit the bell icon so that you get the notification of all the upcoming videos. Now let's get quickly started with the very first main, that is check your understanding question from your textbook page number 69. So first question here is Ambedkar spent most of his life in dash purchasing books, attending conferences, reading books, or importing books. And the answer is option C, reading books. Next, pick out the word in the first paragraph which means a quality that makes a person or a thing different from another. Answer, the word is try it. Next, how did the 14th Amendment of the American Constitution benefit the black Americans? Answer, the 14th Amendment to the Constitution of the USA gave freedom to the black Americans. Okay, so this is how it helped or benefited the black Americans. Next question. What did Mahatma Phule work for? Answer. Mahatma Phule worked for a classless society and women's uplift. Next question. Muk Nayak, Bahishkrit Bharat, and Samata were dash voicemails, newspapers, or political parties. Answer is option B, newspapers. So these were the names of the newspapers started by Ambedkar. Next question. Gandhiji termed the depressed classes as dash. Answer is Harijans. Now we have again check your understanding questions from your textbook page number 71. Your first question is draft is a banking term. How is the word used in the context of this lesson? Answer, drafting is used as an adjective here because it is used in the term drafting committee. Drafting here means to create and write. Next, Dr. Ambedkar was not in the Congress party, yet he was made the chairman of the drafting committee. Why? Answer, the far-sighted and objective leadership of the Indian National Congress could understand that only Ambedkar could do justice to the drafting of the Constitution as chairman of the drafting committee. Next question. He raised it brick by brick. In this context, what was raised? Answer, the fundamental rights in the Constitution of India. Okay, so what was raised? It was the fundamental rights in the Constitution of India. Next, who were the other notable members of the drafting committee? Answer, Aladi Krishnaswamy Iyer, K. M. Munshi, and N. Gopalaswamy Iyengar were the other notable ministers or other notable members of the drafting committee. Next, Ambedkar had rare gifts. What are they? Can you think of your own gifts? Share them with your class. So answer is Dr. Ambedkar had a rare gift of unraveling the most complicated legal concepts in a simple language which even laymen could understand. Okay, so this is a rare gift which Ambedkar had. It's written here, and if you have any of your own such gifts, you can share it with your class or you can write it down there. Next question. Constitution is a fundamental document to both the ruler and the ruled. How? Answer. The Constitution creates three organs of the state and gives it power. But the Constitution also ensures that the state does not misuse its power by limiting its authority. Thus, the Constitution is for both the ruler and the ruled. Now let's move to the next check your understanding questions from your textbook, page 72. First question. Nehru chose Ambedkar as law minister for three reasons. What are they? And the hint is given for you that the answer is in paragraph 7. You can refer paragraph 7 from your textbook for the answer. Anyways, let us see the answer. The three reasons that made Nehru choose Ambedkar as law minister were Ambedkar's skills in the field of law and legislation, Ambedkar's vision of social justice, which was to be infused into the new Indian polity, and attribute to the success of Ambedkar's campaigns against social justice, against social injustice. Next, are you aware of the facilities provided by the Social Welfare Department? Mention any two of them. Answer. The two Social Welfare Department provides the following facilities. Under Employment and Training Scheme, we have Navachetana. It is a scheme for imparting training for unemployed SC youths from 1996 and 97 onwards. And the second one is incentive scholarships to first to fourth standard students and high school going girls. So these are some of the schemes which have been provided by the Social Welfare Department. Next question. After independence, members of the scheduled castes have found doors opened to them. How? Answer. After independence, the scheduled castes are free of the legal bars for self expression or self advancement. They are enrolling themselves in institutes of higher learning and entering public services. They have come to occupy high offices of state both at the center and in the states. Judges, ambassadors, and governors have been drawn from their ranks. Next question. All people should be given equal opportunities to prove themselves. How are the members of the scheduled caste providing themselves? Proving themselves. Answer. The scheduled castes have proved their ability by getting enrolled in institutes of higher learning. They have their place in public services and politics, both at the center and in the states. They have served as judges, ambassadors, and governors and proved their credibility. Next question. Baba Sahib Ambedkar considers public education in free India as unconstitutional. Why? Answer. Public education in a democracy based on free and fair election is misdirected and volatile, resulting in loss of lives and public property. Next. Social discrimination still exists in India. Discuss. You can also have a debate in the class on this topic. Okay. So the answer is unfortunately, even after independence and constitutional equality, social discrimination still exists in India. This is evident in the acts of violence meted out to the people belonging to the SCs and STs in rural areas. Even now, marriages between the so-called higher castes and SCs, STs are vehemently opposed. There have been honor killing of girls on this count. In addition, there are violent demonstrations against the reservation policy, which is an attempt to give an extra fillip to the SCs and STs who suffered centuries of ill treatment and need decades to come out of the psychological impact. Now let's move to next check your understanding questions from page 73 of your textbook. First question: what are the opinions of the Buddha and Avai regarding the caste divisions? Answer: if the Buddha showed that the only division that should exist among the people should be the one that separates the noble and the wholesome from the ignoble and the unwholesome, Avai argued that the charitable are superior to the misers. Next question. Caste system in India is in a strong position because of dash. Fill in the blank picking the answer from the paragraph 11. Answer: the answer is the virtue of its power structure. The virtue of its power structure. Next question. Why did the British magnify the caste distinctions? Answer: the British magnified the caste system as they knew that it gave them the advantage of exercising the divide and rule policy. Next, the word hegemony means dash, distinction, control, strength. Answer is option B, control. Next question. They brought about a veritable revolution in social thought. Who are they? Answer: it is Gandhiji and Ambedkar. What revolution is referred to here? Answer: the revolution they brought of repudiating caste and proclaiming the oneness of the Hindu community. How did they bring about the revolution? Answer: they brought about the revolution by reminding the higher caste their duty towards the depressed class and the depressed class of the rights. So this is how they brought the revolution. Next question is, why did Nehru describe Dr. Ambedkar as a symbol of revolt? Answer: Nehru described Dr. Ambedkar as a symbol of revolt because he raised a voice against the discrimination against scheduled caste which had suffered for so long time in the past. Now we have think about the text questions from your textbook. So the first question here is, Ambedkar had a great thirst for books when he was a student. Explain. Answer: Ambedkar was very fond of reading books from his childhood. Throughout his life, he read books. Wherever he went, he bought books. He had an insatiable thirst for the books. He bought 2,000 books from New York and 32 boxes of books from London. This shows that he was a voracious reader. Next question. How did the 14th Amendment to the US Constitution and Mahatma Phule influenced Ambedkar? Answer. While he was in the USA, the 14th Amendment of the Constitution of the USA gave freedom to the black Americans. It drew his attention. The situation for the depressed classes in India had also faced the same problem. At that time, Mahatma Phule worked for a classless society and women's upliftment. Ambedkar had influence from both the incidents. So, he had decided to use his time and talent to improve the conditions of depressed classes. Next question. There were great luminaries on the drafting committee. Dr. Ambedkar is remembered as its pilot. Give reasons for this. Answer. Ambedkar framed the fundamental rights, keeping the Indian situation as well as what he had seen in other nations in mind. His expertise and experience were at the forefront when he framed the Constitution as its chairman. Though other luminaries like Alladi Krishnaswamy Iyer, K.M. Munshi, and N. Gopalaswamy Iyengar contributed their might, undoubtedly, Ambedkar was the mastermind behind the Constitution and is considered its pilot. The constitutional advisor B.N. Rao helped Ambedkar when it came to the task of explaining the complicated legal concepts to non legal people in layman's language. Next question. Write a short note on Dr. Ambedkar's idea or perception of the three pillars of state. Answer. Ambedkar knew the importance of the legislature, the executive, and the judiciary in the framework of the nation. However, he also knew that their power should not exceed the fundamental rights of the citizen. There should be no scope for tyranny. The importance of citizens should never be overlooked. Next question. What are the significant observations of Dr. Ambedkar on the Constitution? Answer. Ambedkar's observations on the Constitution are that the Constitution is a fundamental document. This fundamental document, on the one hand, records the power of the three organs of the state: the executive, the judiciary, and the legislature. On the other hand, it upholds the rights of the citizen. Next question. Nehru chose Dr. Ambedkar as the law minister. What might have prompted Nehru to do so? Answer. In recognition of Ambedkar's legal expertise and the vision of social justice, Nehru chose Ambedkar as the first law minister of independent India. Nehru was impressed by the fact that, in the case of Ambedkar, it was not merely a theory of social justice, but also the fact that Ambedkar was an activist fighting for social justice. Next question. What made Dr. Ambedkar describe the methods of civil disobedience, non cooperation, and satyagraha as the grammar of anarchy? Answer. Ambedkar opposed the idea of civil disobedience. Such means of protest were fine when Indians had to voice their opposition to the foreign rule. But in a democratic India, such methods only led to loss of property and human lives, and hence Ambedkar decried the practice as the grammar of anarchy. Next, how did Dr. Ambedkar and Mahatma Gandhi try to wipe out caste discrimination from India? Answer. Both Gandhiji and Dr. Ambedkar refused the caste system and declared the oneness of the Hindu community. Gandhiji reminding the higher castes of the duty towards depressed classes. And Dr. Ambedkar reminded the inherent rights to equality with the powerful castes. Gandhiji stressed duties and Dr. Ambedkar stressed the rights. Both brought about a true revolution in the social thought of the people. Next question. Discuss with your friends and complete the web chart given below. So you have a web chart over here. It's about Ambedkar, about his qualities and characteristics. So two are mentioned, voracious reader and struggled for upliftment. These were the works which he had done. Now what are the other qualities he possessed? So let us say in the answer section here, he was pioneer of reforms, keen debater, architect of the Indian Constitution, first law minister, visionary of social justice. So you can write this in each of the webs provided over there. So with this question answers, we come to an end with the notes of this entire chapter. I hope you got the answers for all the questions and the answers were informative and helpful for you all. If you found the video informative, helpful and interesting, do hit the like button and share it with your friends. Do subscribe to the channel and stay tuned for more such videos. Thank you.